All right, Frank, wow, we're up to number 57. Number 57 on the list. That's 3 O'Clock High. I got this Blu-ray from my friend, Jeremy Adams. He graciously let me borrow it, and I'm very appreciative of that. I got to not only watch the film, but also see some of the great special features on it. Not that this is a commercial for it, but I'm just saying, if you like 3 O'Clock High, you might want to pick up this DVD, this Blu-ray. It is a Blu-ray. And I'm actually thinking about picking it up myself. Or who knows, maybe I'll just keep this one. Maybe he just doesn't remember that I have it. And I'll just put it on the shelf here. Put it on the shelf. Anyway, 3 O'Clock High is a 1987 comedy directed by Phil Joanou. It is starring Casey Siemaszko. Also stars Annie Ryan, Richard Tyson, Stacey Glick, Philip Baker Hall, and Jeffrey Tambor. Couple of rough names, rough characters. Anyway, 3 O'Clock High has a pretty basic storyline. Jerry Mitchell plays a average teenager at a high school in Utah, I think. And when a new student who is sort of a legendary bully comes along, and Jerry is assigned in the school newspaper to do a feature on this person, which I don't know why the school newspaper would write a feature about a new kid, especially one who has such a bad reputation. He has a run-in with Buddy Revell, is the character's name, played by Richard Tyson. So Jerry has a run-in with Buddy, which causes Buddy to challenge Jerry to a fight at 3 o'clock after school gets out in the parking lot, as per usual, as all the best fights do. Right after school in the parking lot, where the entire faculty is going to figure out what you're doing and break it all up anyway. As a little aside note, when I was in school, for some reason, the juniors were not allowed to park at the school for most of the year because there was a lot that was called the junior lot, but most of the year it was used for driver's ed. So for a long time, or at least while I was there, we parked across the street from the high school at a vacant Walmart parking lot, the Walmart that was not, it had gone out of business. And so there was just this big empty parking lot and everybody parked in this parking lot. So we did the smart thing and had fights in the vacant Walmart parking lot, because that way it was off of school property and they couldn't do anything about it. And the fight was usually over before the police got called. So anyway, just a little side story.
One trick is to tell them stories that don't go anywhere. Like the time I caught the ferry over to Shelbyville. I needed a new heel for my shoe. So I decided to go to Morganville, which is what they call Shelbyville in those days. So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time.
Okay, so your thoughts on 3 O'Clock High. If I made a movie, I'd want it to look like this. Love this movie. I have to say, man, I totally agree with you. This movie was amazing. I really connected with it. I had a lot of fun. I didn't really know what to expect when I was going into it. I kind of felt like, oh, this is probably just going to be like a rip-off John Hughes movie. And it's completely not that. Mind you, I haven't seen a lot of the John Hughes movies in like years and years. But I feel like 3 O'Clock High actually is a better high school movie than I remember a lot of those John Hughes movies being. I know that I'm probably going to get, heckled for saying that. I don't care. I think 3 O'Clock High is awesome. I love the performances in it. I love the direction. Did not know this until I watched the special feature with the director on it on the Blu-ray, but Steven Spielberg produced this movie. I feel like you can see some of like the Spielbergian sort of things. And I'm not saying he went full poltergeist and shadow directed the film, but you know, you can see where there's a little bit of influence in some of the stuff. I enjoyed some of the experimentation that they were doing with the camera. I noticed in several shots they like sped stuff up, which I thought was very interesting. Some of it was a little weird. It was almost kind of like, you know, it genuinely was like, well, why did you do that? But some of it looked really cool. You know, you could tell they were shooting at like 18 frames a second, which gives it that like slightly sped up look. I thought all the acting was great in this. Casey's Siemaszko. Sorry, dude. I really do apologize if I'm butchering your name. Who plays Jerry Mitchell? Like, he is great as that sort of like nerdy, you know, just trying to get through the day kind of character. And Annie Ryan, who kind of reminds me of Fairuza Balk for some reason. But Annie Ryan is like kind of amazing as this like sort of like on another plane girl, you know, the whole time she's talking about like, I need to consult my horoscope, and I have like it was like, I can't remember whether it was a ghost that she talks to or an invisible friend or but it's just like, she's just kind of off kilter a little bit. And it's really funny and kind of amazing. She's super easy to fall in love with. And it's weird because I looked her up and she has very few credits on IMDb, but when I dove a little bit deeper, I guess she's primarily a stage actress, and that's what she's been doing for the most part, is acting on the stage for, you know, 30 or 40 years or however long she's been active. I thought that Stacey Glick was really good too. She plays Jerry's sister. She also has very few roles, like 5 total, I think, and 3 O'Clock High was her last one, so I don't know what happened there. I don't know whether she just didn't like acting, or, you know, things just didn't fall into place for her, or what. I don't know. The one thing that this movie accomplished for me was I'm now definitely interested in seeing more of Phil Janelle's work. Phil, if I'm messing up your last name, I really do apologize. But yeah, 3 O'Clock High is like, it's fun, and it's, even though a lot of the things that happen in it are, you know, kind of stereotypical, that never feels tiring. You're never like, oh God, this really? You know, all of it feels fun and original, and it's just, the whole movie is just like a joy to watch, you know, genuinely. Like, it's really fun to watch. I highly recommend 3 O'Clock High if you ever get a chance to see it. It's great. It was a movie. I actually have a list on Letterboxd called favorite new to me films, you know, for, in this case, 2019. And I ended up putting it on there because I just enjoyed it so much. So the next film on your list is number 58, John Goodman in Matinee. So we're going to see how that goes. I love John Goodman. Looking forward to it. Okay, Frank, until next time, and anybody else who's watching, thanks for stopping by. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one.